Hey, what's up? Snoopaloop7 back with another episode of The Champ is Here. This is a League Play Championship Series game of Hardpoint on the map Slums, and in this game I go 44-7, so it's a pretty good game. The class that I've been using recently for Hardpoint, which is the one you're seeing me use here, is the M8A1 with Reflex Sight and Stock, with the Cap 40 Extended Mag Secondary. My perks are Flak Jacket, Toughness, and Tactical Mask. I also have a Frag Grenade and EMP Grenade. And the score streaks are the ones I always use: Hellstorm, Lightning Strike, and Sentry Gun. Now in this game I can't really say I played with much strategy. Usually depending on the game mode and what map it's on, there's a certain way that I like to play, a certain way I like to travel across the map and set up for stuff. But in this game I was kind of just playing pretty randomly. However, you will notice that I do play things pretty slowly this game. And what I mean by that is that I'm not just sprinting onto the hardpoint just because the other team has it captured. I try to only jump on hardpoints when nobody's on it, or if I know where the enemy players are so that I can kill them and then get it secured. I don't do this all the time. You will see me occasionally just blindly jump on the hardpoint, but that's really only if I feel it's necessary. I usually try to just clear out the hardpoint and then let my teammates jump on. And part of the reason I play like that is because on hardpoint you almost never want your entire team on the hardpoint, which is kind of counter to popular belief. A lot of people seem to think that the more people on it, the easier it is to defend it. And that's actually not true. Obviously you need at least one person on the hardpoint, but there should always be a couple people defending it from outside the hardpoint. Maybe holding down a choke point that leads to the hardpoint, or securing a spawn area near the hardpoint, so that when your teammates that are on the hard point get killed, they can spawn and quickly get back on it. So for example, I'll just make up a hypothetical situation, starting off with the wrong way, with all the players on the hard point. And let's say it's league play, so 4 versus 4, all 4 guys are on the hard point. The enemy team, let's say, has 3 guys rushing the hard point, 2 from one direction and the 3rd guy from another direction, with the 4th player flanking around to flip the spawn. Pretty common scenario, I would say. And now let's say that a couple of grenades are thrown onto the hardpoint. And a lot of hardpoints are pretty small, and some, like the mechanic shop on this map, may even have an unexploded car on them. So a couple of grenades can easily get 2 kills, especially because a lot of people don't wear flak jacket. So now there's 3 enemy players jumping on the hardpoint, and only 2 guys that are left to defend it. And let's say everyone's pretty evenly skilled, so that would mean that 2 enemy players get killed, but then the final 2 guys that are on the hardpoint get killed. So this leaves the 1 enemy player left securing the hardpoint. And while this was all happening, the 4th enemy player, remember him? He has run through the spawns back near the hardpoint, causing the spawn to flip. So now the enemy team has the hardpoint, and they have the spawn near the hardpoint. So now the enemy players that just died are now spawning near the hardpoint. And the other team that was just knocked off the hardpoint is now spawning on the other side of the map. And they've basically screwed themselves for that hardpoint. Now, let's say it's the same basic scenario, but only 2 players are on the hardpoint. With the other 2, one of them is back holding the spawn, and the other is out looking down a choke point that leads to the hardpoint. Again, 3 enemy players are running towards the hardpoint, and 1 is trying to flank. Now, let's say the player on the choke point is able to kill 1 of the 3 enemy players, and the other 2 make it past either by killing him or they've taken an alternate route. Either way, they've gotten to the hard point. But now, instead of 3 versus 2, it's 2 versus 2, making your chances already better. But let's even say that another grenade is thrown on the hard point, and it does kill 1 guy, making it 2 versus 1. And the last guy in the hard point is able to kill 1 enemy player, but is then killed by the 2nd. So again, the enemy team has the hard point. However, this time, while all that was happening, the 4th enemy player that was flanking ends up getting killed by the guy that was holding the spawn. So this time, the spawn doesn't flip, which means the guys that just died on the hard point end up spawning right near the hard point, and the enemy players that just died end up spawning back on the other side of the map. So now your team can jump right back on the hard point and kill the final enemy player, thus re-securing the hardpoint and maintaining control of the area, and chances are you're going to be able to win that hardpoint. So just something to think about when you're playing. If you see everyone on your team is on the hardpoint, maybe take a step off of it, try and defend it from somewhere else. Now, back in the gameplay, you'll see it's a really close game, and they actually take the lead at the very end of this hardpoint. But you can see we're nicely set up for the start of the next hardpoint. I've got my sentry gun placed, and because I have an assault rifle, and I usually have an assault rifle actually when I play on Slums, so for this hardpoint I set up where you see me now, just protecting this alleyway or street or whatever you want to call it, to keep them from flanking. And they started contesting the hardpoint pretty heavily, so I moved over to be on top of the trash bin. It's a nice head glitch spot. They're probably not going to be looking there right away, so you can pick people off pretty easily. But again, you can see I'm not just sprinting onto the hardpoint to try and defend it. I'm able to defend it from a distance and at the same time allow my teammates to keep spawning in the same area so that they can jump on the hardpoint. Now, I have to be kind of honest, they didn't do a very good job on the hardpoint. They kind of kept jumping on and dying, but it was better than spawning on the other side of the map and not being able to contest it at all. And with this hardpoint winding down in time, I decided to jump on, and I'm able to clear off the last guy, get the secure, and also get all my kill streaks again. And my teammate actually had a lightning strike of his own, so you can see right here I'm not able to call in my lightning strike right away. And he's able to get a nice little triple kill there. The fourth enemy player though was able to maintain control of the hardpoint. I follow up that triple with a triple kill of my own with my lightning strike. However, I end up getting killed right after. I just was kind of careless and I wasn't expecting the fourth guy to be right there. But my teammate was able to kill him right after. One of my other teammates flipped a spawn, so we now had control of the area. I get a double with my Hellstorm, and then I place my sentry gun, I think actually right in front of the view of one of my teammates. I didn't do that on purpose. That's just where I always put my sentry gun. And I'll just use this time now to give a shout out to my teammates. Their names were Hayes Marco, Stay Gunning, and Derps Karma. They did a good job this game, and we were able to get the victory. Now, this upcoming part of the gameplay is full of all sorts of fails by both me and the enemy players. Starting off with me right here with this terrible grenade throw which ends up hitting the top of the window. And then on the hardpoint, just terrible by everyone. I don't even know what to say about this. It was just bad all around. Terrible accuracy, running in circles, knifing people. But luckily, my team ended up with the hardpoint secured, so that's all that matters. And from this point on, I think we pretty much control the hardpoint the rest of the game. They get maybe 5 or 6 more points, I think, the rest of the game. So if you're still here and you've enjoyed everything so far, you can leave a like rating below. I'd really appreciate it. And also, don't forget to check out my other videos in the Champ is Here series. You can also check out my map navigation tip videos. And if you like what you see, you can subscribe for more. And again, like I was saying earlier, you can see that we only have one guy on the hardpoint right now. The rest of us are defending it from a different area. And I've also got a sentry gun on each side of the map. And I think they get me a couple more kills here at the end of the game. But anyway, enjoy the rest of the gameplay, and until next time, peace out.
Hardpoint is ours. Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested. Hostile RCXD in your AO. Keep pressing the fight.
Pushing your location.
Lightning strike on standby. Lightning strike coordinates received inbound.
2 EKIA.
Hardpoint identified.